Greetings, friends! Welcome back to another episode of the Mercenaries of Mischief. This week we're going to be checking in again with the alt characters, see what all went down with Blackwind and that strange cart. But, first, let's see if Puck has any announcements for us. Puck?
Hello.
Oh god. What happened to your
Regular
face, man?
announcements for today. I don't know what you're talking about. Irregular announcements for today. We've got Mercenaries of Mischief today, followed by Too Many Warlocks tomorrow, continuing our exploits in the other world. And then we'll also be continuing our mini-series, Gothic Horror, A Weekend in Pavalia, featuring the same faces that you see before you, in a little bit of a different scenario. So you can look forward to that on Wednesday night. Also, we'll be doing Trash Bin on Tuesday, so you can check that out as well. Also on the agenda, our multi-dimensional assist system is still operational. For those of you unaware, the system can be utilized to add assistance to these alternate versions of our favorite characters. And these assistants will be kept and held on to. And anything unused will stay with those alternate reality characters should they do battle with the alternate universe counterparts that we know and are more familiar with. So you can access those through the live requests on the right-hand side of the screen, along with the D&D Beyond button. I believe that's it for announcements.
You can't use the word alternate to refer to both groups of characters.
Well, okay.
We need to settle on some terminology.
Different characters.
I mean,
okay?
one can be the alternate, but the other's got to be the prime or the main or something. Because
I don't look. The others.
The original.
Maybe the original
right now, because these are different people. Welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I, as always, am your benevolent dungeon master Puck, and I am joined today by these alternate reality versions, and some of them the same reality versions. It's complicated. We're going to get to this in time, but I'm going to now introduce these people in no particular order. The very scary and very serious, unflappable Gilbetta fucking Knot is joining us today, who I'm certain will remain unflappable for the duration of the evening. Also joining us is my two Dariuses. Darius Squared joining us today. Tinkerer and mechanical genius who has an app that he wants you to develop. Also, we have everyone's favorite Hugbear Druid, Norbog, the Hugbear Druid, joining us today. And the Queen of Avernus, also joining us today, Miss Lilith Singer. No, that's not the right music. That's the right music. When last we left our council members, they had gone to Waterdeep, well, at least Gilbetta and Lilith had, to meet with Gilbetta's fiancée, Miss Kashano the Sharp, and also Leanna, Lilith's sister, whom she had killed in her world. It was awkward. It was a little awkward. People had a lot of emotions bubbling up. There was a lot to deal with. But eventually they summoned their courage and were able to meet and speak with these people, but only for a brief moment. as a mysterious cart rolled up just as Darius stepped out to do some errands. Mysterious. And, and this cart unleashed a volley of cannon fire on this house, shredding the newly renovated Waterdeep office of the Avalon Knights Academy.
We just painted.
Although no one was killed, everyone was wounded to some extent. And Sharp took off to chase down the cart. While this was happening, or perhaps before it was happening, I should say, Norbog, having recently lost her mother, went on a journey to find Golden Fields, a place that she had heard about as a place to learn the druidic arts, something that she is mysteriously gifted in and does not fully understand. She arrived at Golden Fields after journeying with a half-dragon known as Vakala Enna, and upon her arrival, she met a bugbear gentleman who at first awkwardly proclaimed to be her father. Of course, this could not be true. And after that awkward meeting, she met with the Archdruid, who turned out to be an unusual individual. Seemed quite strange. And he agreed to accept this bugbear druid, perhaps a sign of some changing times. And asked that she meet with a tree, a very old tree, in order to finish her initiation. And then lastly, Darius, using the painful scrying method given to them by Whistlewhip before they left, tracked down Lord Xellos. And we are going to begin with that meeting. So, Darius, you have finished your scrying, and you can tell that what you are looking for is headed your way. What do you do?
Muted.
Yeah, we can't hear a word you're saying.
Sorry.
You explain
are you going to
your
be wearing
intentions through interpretive dance.
Are you going to be wearing that the whole time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've just okay. Well, if this sounds all right to you, if this sounds like a good listening experience for the audience, then by all means.
Okay, how about now?
There you go.
Oh god.
Okay.
I much preferred the mask.
Hang on. That's okay. I get that a lot.
So Darius will go ahead and try to wipe all the blood off his face. He knows Xellos is coming over this way, and just try to, like, before the dot gets to his alley, just sort of like take like a cool pose. Just like not even
just
not
like
even
lean up
concerned
against
about
the
it.
wall.
Totally expecting.
All right.
I'm sure there's still like streaks of blood tears on his face, but because it seemed like he was moving pretty fast. I wasn't that far away from the house.
So a somewhat disheveled-looking Xellos rounds the corner. Oh. Hello, then.
Hello. Xellos, I was hoping to run into you here. I don't know if we've been properly introduced.
No, not properly, but then again, I only have intelligence on the other you.
Ah, so you are up to speed.
Sort of. I trust you can tell me more then.
Oh, I have so much to tell you, Mr. Xellos. Perhaps there's somewhere more comfortable we can talk?
Of course. I know a place. I will take you there.
All right. Come along, Chadwick.
All right. And he takes Chadwick off. Or, well, Darius and Xellos go off with Chadwick.
Yep.
I got there. Come on, brain. Meanwhile, back at Golden Fields. Norbog, you're traveling through this beautiful natural landscape. Like the most unnatural thing around us are these ever-present walls to all sides, but everything else here is kind of idyllic. It's a very nice place on the inside. And you're brought to the center of all of these groves and fields, where there's this enormous old tree. So, I guess you got to go talk to him. I'll leave you to it. I got to get back to the wall. They really need me over there. Really important.
I just talk to him. I just talk to a tree.
Yeah, talk to the tree, and the tree will help you sort stuff out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, and good luck.
No problem. Hey, happy to help. Good luck to you. Sorry about the whole thing at the wall. I'll be more careful in the future. Good luck with Druidism. Welcome aboard, is what I meant to say. Hey, you go get him.
Okay, thanks. I will.
All right. And he leaves you to it. So how do you approach this tree?
Very cautiously. I don't think I've ever spoken to a tree before.
That's fair.
Walk up and hello, hi. Talk
as
to
you
you.
walk up to it, you can see that there's a bunch of different names carved into this tree in various points. And eventually, as you walk around it, this tree, you can see this face on the other side of it. It slowly kind of opens its eyes and... What? Hello?
Hi, the Archdruid sent me to talk to you.
Yes. I could feel you coming in my roots. Come around closer so I can see you.
Yep, and she does.
All right. Yes. Oh, sorry to hear about what happened to your mother. But it is good that you have found us. I appreciate your coming.
How did you hear about my mom? I only told the Archdruid.
Oh, young one. When you are like me, you are connected to everything in this world. Every tree, every blade of grass. I feel all of it. I saw every step of your travels.
Oh, that's a little unnerving, I guess.
Well, it's not like I was watching you. I knew what was happening. That's all. We don't need to make it too weird.
Oh, yeah, okay, let's not. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Thrown off by the tree being creepy.
It's really a beautiful kind of interconnected nature thing is what's happening. And but anyways, don't look
sure.
into it.
It sounds beautiful. Thanks.
Come on, you should take it as a compliment.
No.
So, I can tell that you are gifted. It is because you lived so close to the Fae for so long.
That would explain it, yeah. All the ruins that were there.
Yes. You are connected to the heart of the nature of this world. And we are pleased to count you among our number. But I fear I have a task for you already. And it is a heavy burden.
Well, wasn't doing too much on my own, I guess. Like, I don't really have anything else penciled in on my schedule, so yeah, I guess, yeah.
Very well. I like your enthusiasm. So, this is a sassy tree. Something is happening to the natural world. Something threatens the balance. It is but a whisper now, but I can feel it moving through the roots. I need someone skilled and with a caring heart to look into this.
Don't you have, like, archdruids and people who actually know things? I don't know what I'm doing, frankly.
Not yet, but you will. You have everything you need, young one. We will train you as necessary. But when you're ready, I wish for you to take up this task.
Okay, I guess when a tree who says he's been watching your every move says you should do something, you probably should, because I guess he knows all since he's connected to nature.
Oh, okay, I didn't say every move, all right? That wasn't exactly what was happening. I feel like...
Felt implied.
Okay, all right. Fair enough, of course. So, in the meantime, I want you to take this. And the boughs of this tree begin to shake and move. And this staff comes down, being like gently handed down through the branches.
Reach up and take it.
All right. And as you take it, you can see that it seems like a rough-hewn branch with some of the smaller branches still connected with leaves on it. But to the end of it, it is actually carved in the shape of various small forest animals.
Oh, I'm delighted. Norbog is delighted. This is very good. I trust the tree now. That's all it took.
Norbog gonna be Snow White.
I'm not saying that's in the character notes for this version of her, but that's in the character notes of this version for her.
This is the staff of the Critter Queen.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
The smallest residents of the forest and the Fae are your allies, and they will assist you in any way that you require. Now go, young Norbog. You have much to learn, and time is short.
All right. Thank you. I'll try not to fail you, and hope I can learn enough to help.
I'm sure that you will succeed. And Norbog departs the Lifferlas, the tree, and embarks on some druid training, learning a little bit more of her druidic arts and what she is capable of.
The stuff in my
Meanwhile,
inventory. Never mind.
not yet, but I'll put it in. You're going to be able to do cool critter stuff.
Cool. I mean, I already could, but I hope it's going to get cooler.
Oh yeah, it's going to be cooler. Just you wait. Just you wait and see. Gilbetta and Lilith.
So
No, that's not right.
great.
There we go.
I was gonna say, what are we in Haddonfield? Jeez.
So
Yeah, we're on peaceful time.
we'll just go with we'll just go with this.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
We're in a rush to go somewhere now. I feel
Yeah, right. No, okay. So you guys are
ready to start a bar fight. At
I gotta
Tavern.
relabel
Oh,
these
I've been
buttons.
I've been set on a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are all still in the ruins of this house.
Yep.
With the recent departure of Sharp.
Mhm.
So you have healed everybody up. Liana has been brought to the
Oh.
panic room. And are you guys gonna explore anything, or are you just gonna wait for Sharp to get back?
Lilith, what do you want? Okay, question number one: do you want to deal with the dad thing right now?
Issue? I mean, it's not exactly. You know, it's not like you have to be there at this day. I think.
Right.
Liana, is there a set schedule?
No.
All right. Great.
All right, so we can go at our leisure. Yep.
Cool.
Uh,
What, good?
I think I
And it
need
doesn't
to.
take too long before you hear the sounds of some crumbling bricks and flinder. And Sharp has returned.
What?
What?
Okay.
That's really fast. Wow.
I told,
She's
told
efficient.
you I'd be quick.
So
I
hey.
think she got the wrong name. I think she should have been Kashana the Quick.
Mm,
Well, his
yeah,
is
but he
more of
already
like a
had
quick-
it. And you don't take your little brother's nickname. You
Yeah.
just don't.
Plus, his
It's
is
not
more of
thing
like
that
a
you do.
quick of the wit.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's
And she
I
uses
mean-
sharp blades. So it's like.
yes.
Anyway, what'd you find out?
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Are
I
we?
don't.
So the cart
Okay.
peeled off. I followed it. And it
Mhm.
ended up going into a place called the Crate and Barrel.
Why does that sound familiar?
That's been a long time ago. Did they
It's
have a
where we
similar
first met.
experience? Yeah.
I mean,
Um.
well, sorry, it's where we second met. My bad.
What do you mean? What?
That's yes. So,
Hold
well,
on.
because the first time was
Well, it's where
Kind of
me
a-
and Lilith first met.
We did?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you didn't recognize
Wrong
me.
house.
I was in disguise.
Oh, what's
I was
this
throwing
creeping
knives
barrel
at
you're
you
talking
guys,
about?
but I was totally trying to miss.
how do you
That's good.
remember the thing with Redan?
There's a lot of things with Rodan.
Is this
Yeah,
in
well,
character
that's-
or out of character? You don't know.
This is in character. Oh, I know it. I can't forget that shit.
Thinks about it all the time.
The thing with Redan, and we tried to do
No,
the
it's not.
sneaky.
You guys did a thing there.
Yeah.
But that's where the
Is
cart
this where
went.
I knocked out
so,
the guy with the sleeping wine?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's... Oh. I thought things couldn't get any more awkward.
Are you okay? There we go. She got it. Okay.
Yep.
Um. So they went into the crate and barrel. Is that all you saw? Did you see who was driving? Or?
Side of the building opened up. Cart went in. Building closed up.
Opened up like magically, or like a garage door situation?
Like it unfolded, like the side of the building was in fact a door. And not just the side of a building.
Oh.
Okay.
It is either a
Just
very
in
good
there holding a
illusion
grudge?
or a remarkable work of craftsmanship.
Yeah. Or maybe a little of both.
Could be.
I mean, that cart that rolled by was quite well crafted.
Yeah. I got a little bit of a closer look at it as it was speeding away.
And
That was a black carriage.
Not
well,
too many
shit.
of those, right?
No. There's not. They're supposed to be used in assassination missions for high-profile targets. Primarily used by the Zents. I don't know if that's... I mean, that seems weird. That they would be coming after you guys after they were supposed to be dismantled here.
Yeah, and it's been so long. Could they have recap? Oh boy. I think we need to do some information gathering. And
Oh,
see
I'm
if we
all
can
for
figure out
that.
if the Zentarum have rebanded.
And
Probably
the
can't
ground
take
shakes.
this.
Hmm.
What was that?
I'm not happy.
That was bad. That's what that was.
This is upsetting.
Uh,
Let's go check it out.
Has that happened when we first got here too, right?
Yes.
Oh, the quaking.
Great.
It's been happening
Yeah.
more and more lately.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Doesn't seem good though.
No, not great. I wouldn't count it great.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan, dear? We gonna go rattle some cages?
Suppose we should.
What about
You
Darius?
really need to figure
We're
out
concerned about him.
You need to figure who? Darius? Oh, he's wily. I'm sure he's fine.
Who?
Okay, I'm getting a shift between when you were surprised when I was like, is he important? You're like, he's important to me, to the keep.
Well, look,
Meh.
I was
And
in a
now
bit
you're
of
like-
heightened emotions at the time.
Uh-huh.
Having, all of us almost just been killed.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got Chadwick, and I'm sure he's fine.
That's basically two guys.
Yeah, he's basically two of them. And I'm he's probably fine. So yeah, we need to
please
figure
stop.
out.
Miss, stop. And the door to the downstairs is kicked open, and Liana steps through, dragging a sword that is too big for her.
Do I recognize the sword?
It is one of the weapons kept in the basement armory.
Oh, it's
Oh, now
just
there's
like
something
okay.
there.
What is happening here?
And she
What's
drags
not-
it up. She's like, Lilith, I'm coming with you.
I don't.
No, you're going
gonna
to
be-
go to the keep, and where are your escorts? What are you doing running around the city by yourself?
I ditched them.
That's hard to believe.
I can do things.
Not carry that
Somebody tried
sword.
to
That's not a
attack
thing
my-
that you can do.
Okay, I need a smaller one. But agreed.
No.
But somebody
No.
attacked my sister, and I am not going to allow that to go unchecked.
Do you have
This
any
is your
fighting
life,
skill? Like,
Lilith, and I want to be a part of it.
do you have any fighting skills whatsoever? Like at all?
I don't care if she has any fighting skills. She's not coming.
Why not?
You're gonna wait until we return.
But what if something happens to you?
Don't worry.
Yeah, not likely.
It happens all the time, and we take care of it.
Don't you don't have to necessarily.
You're going to
tell
the
me
keep.
that. I mean, she's gonna.
Who will look after you
You're
then?
going. I've been looking after myself this whole time, Liana. You don't need to worry about it now. Go to the keep until we finish wrapping up our business here, and then we'll figure out something about what you just told us earlier.
Yeah, because she's been at whatever. I don't even care anymore. Yeah, just yeah. If Lil says you're to go to the keep, then I'm sorry, I have to side with her on this one. Especially looking at you continue trying to hold that giant sword, which isn't even really that big.
And she
Look, if
kind
you
of
do
eyes
plan to
the
help
two,
us-
she surveys the situation a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you're interested in this whole fight, I'm not taking this seriously. Like, why don't you learn some moves at the keep? It's
Yeah.
an academy. So,
What it's for?
yeah. Go and keep yourself entertained there.
Fine.
They'll occupy you until we come back.
I'll do as you
I
say.
don't.
But if you do you guys have like a signal? Do you have a thing that you use if you're in trouble?
What?
Yeah, usually we're like, oh shit, hit this guy.
Scream. Yeah. Another signal is,
There's a lot of
Blood's being
thaumaturgy
spilled.
that happens.
yeah, blood
But how will
spilling.
I hear that if I am all the way at the academy?
You won't. That's the point.
Mhm.
Well, then how can I come assist you?
You won't. That's the point.
But what if something happens
Look.
and no one is there to help you?
I'm just gonna grab her hand and pull her and be like, all right, I like your spirit. Use it on some teacher that can teach you how to fight. You know what? I know a guy you can talk to. Do not judge him for the way he looks, but look for a fellow named Blacktooth. He'll teach you how to do something.
Okay, I'll look for
Okay.
Blacktooth. In the meantime, do you
Yes.
have like do you like shoot magic into
No.
the sky or something when things go
No.
wrong? Like, how do we know?
No,
you don't.
that's not your
Again, that's
not
the
your
point.
concern. Oh my
Just
god,
go
I'm
find
pulling her
Blacktooth.
and just
Tell him you're Lilith's sister and that you would like to train to fight, and he will.
actually.
It'll be
Let
fine.
me just shove her. It's just a portal. Just give me a second to
Yep,
drop her off, and
yep.
I'll be right back, Gilbetta.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll
I know
take-
Jabetta's going.
In the
with-
meantime, Oh.
It-
I was gonna be like,
In the
enjoy
meantime-
kissy huggy time.
Walter, like with 2 fingers, like takes the sword away from her, and
great.
then
Thank you, Walter.
Sharp's like, honey, I think I've got this.
Got what?
Liana, if they get into trouble, I'm the escape artist. I'll get away, and then I'll come find you, and then we can both help them. Okay? Oh, that makes sense then. I suppose that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Bye. And like we just shove her through the portal.
Don't judge.
Come
Be nice.
along,
There's
ma'am,
no humans
I
there.
will take you to the portal.
That's my
There are
one
some
warning to her. Is like,
Pretty rare.
okay, some.
You've made a huge mistake. Okay.
I mean, when do we're fine. It's how we get things rolling.
And
I don't
all right,
think that I could.
so Liana goes through the portal.
She really doesn't have any escorts? I'm having a hard time to believe that.
I don't know.
She was actually pretty quick when I found her. I'll be honest with you guys.
Oh, you did find her. How'd that?
I did.
She wasn't with around anybody?
Oh, she had her hood pulled up tight, and she had disappeared her way from her escort.
Are they
She used a
here or in the
commotion in the
city?
crowd. Oh, here in the city.
Great.
Interesting.
Um,
All right. So, fact finding.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to figure out
Mhm.
if the Zentarum are like together again, or like what, or if someone has started up something in their stead, or what's the best place to figure
What?
this information out?
I think we should just blow up their hideout. We know where they're at now. They tried blowing us up, we'll blow them up now. Not that we can't do it.
How would you propose we do that?
I look at her newfound power and I'm like flapping my wings to like signal like we got new skills to tear shit up.
We could like
Gilbetta's
Miss-
fa-
flood a
I
third
just
of the
don't
city.
Yeah, I mean you did it before. Just focus on that one building this time.
Also, we know of a hideout. We don't know if there are more of them. So if we destroy this and there is a bigger base somewhere else, could cause further problems. So,
Well,
All right,
best
so we
place to
did
find this
ladies-
information. Start. Go.
it sounds like we're going to the Undercity.
Yeah.
What?
To the Yawning Portal! I guess.
To the Yawning Portal.
What's your question, Lilith?
Do we need any more potions?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
You want to go
I
back
mean-
and ask with the lip?
Ooh. Yeah. Hold on. Look, we can just fast track. Just give us some potions. We went over there, pick up some potions as well as some sleeping stuff too.
Ma'am, I have
We're back
limited
here.
capabilities outside of the manor. If you'd like, I could arrange for a delivery of potions to the Yawning Portal for you.
Yes, thank you. Do that.
Man.
Lovely.
well.
Hey.
All right. So to the Yawning, God, I haven't been there in probably since that day with Pishano.
Well, I haven't been there at all. So cheers.
So,
Wasn't she?
Gilbetta.
She
Oh,
was
what?
You were there.
Yeah, she
whatever.
Came
Yeah, you
down
were
to the
there.
secret room with us and everything.
Yeah.
You were a few wines
Oh,
in at that
that
point, so it's fine.
place.
Yeah. Yep.
I did
Yep.
drink a lot at the beginning.
Yep. All right. So, to the
Off
Yawning
you go to
portal.
the Yawning portal. So Gilbetta,
Mhm.
Lilith, and Kashana the Sharp take off towards the Yawning portal. Meanwhile,
Yep.
back with Darius. So Xellos takes you through a series of alleyways, and then opens up a secret door
Very cool.
that then takes you into a room filled with various magical items and some basic living necessities. Have a seat.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. Xellos, I'm prepared to share with you any information you may like to know that you haven't already been able to determine with your own reconnaissance. But, of course, I don't know how much you already know.
You're from the other timeline,
That is correct.
and your compatriots, the Lilith and the Gilbetta that you were with, they are from that timeline as well.
They are.
And you have abducted the other ones.
We have.
I see. What has happened to me in this timeline?
Well, not pleasant things. Initially, you had partnered with Moldava's Blackwind and set some things in motion with various innovations the two of you were able to accomplish together. A merging of flesh and machines. However, this victory of yours prompted drastic measures by that version of the Academy. Among some things happening with the Warlocks, most notably, Lilith became Queen of Avernus, and Gilbetta took up a rather powerful divine weapon, resulting in her basically destroying Waterdeep, sinking a third of the city. Moldavos was captured in an orb. You, believe it or not, were taken prisoner, where you were torn apart over and over and over until you revealed all of your secrets.
Darius, could you do a perception check while you're saying these things?
Mm-hmm. Not good.
Okay, you don't notice, but it looks like he's busying himself with various items in this room while you're talking. Please continue.
Now, I'm sure that it's unsettling seeing me showing up with various unfamiliar equipment, but to be honest, many of these designs were based off of your own work in that world. You probably also noticed the attack on their headquarters there slightly after I left. I will assure you I had no part in that. I am unaware of whether or not you had any part in it. But we can check on the results of that later. Frankly,
I see.
they're expendable, and I'd rather see them not quite so successful. From what I'm understanding is their plan. I certainly don't want to see them do to this world what they did to that one.
And after you've finished your explanation, he turns around and he's holding this pulsating, multicolored crystal. It's arcing with energy, and he sets it on a table in front of him. And then he grabs a hammer and a chisel.
Is this anything I'd be familiar with?
Do an Arcana check. That is Crystallized Chaos. Do you like this? When the spell plague ended, the elemental chaos took over most of the elemental planes. It was quite a mess. Everything collapsed. I was able to find some of the energy coalesced into this crystal here. It's incredibly volatile. The slightest jab or impact to it can cause all kinds of chaotic magics to unleash. And he puts the chisel against it and then raises the hammer and says, "Now I need to ask you a very important question.
Anything you'd like to know?
What happened to Owen?"
Unfortunately, Owen was one of the targets of Miss Falconat's ire. She required that I assist her in having him removed from existence.
And you did it?
I did, however, based on my understanding of the tools used, he may not be completely gone.
So you can bring him back.
I believe so. If we are able to find this world's version of the essential ingredient.
All right. And he sets the hammer down.
Mr. Xellos, I don't expect you to trust me. But I will assure you that our goals are aligned. As far as I know.
Let me tell you something about my goals. Right now, I want Owen back. I will destroy this universe and every other until I get it.
Understood. I'd like to help you with
assist me in that? Excellent. That's what I want to hear. What's the first step?
First step is... Well, does the name Carl mean anything to you?
I've heard people mention a Carl. I've known a couple in my life, but...
You may have come across him as a sort of, disheveled, confused individual. But this appearance hides great power. He's a warlock of some unknown deity? Or perhaps old eldritch one? I'm unclear, but he has the ability to traverse universes.
I see.
It's this power that was harnessed to coalesce all versions of various people that the Knights Council wanted eliminated.
Well then, I can't say I've ever met anyone like that. Or if I did, I didn't pay them any mind. How do we find him?
Well, I've got something that's worth a try. Similar to how I found you. Be willing to attempt it. If he's on this plane currently, theoretically, we should be able to divine his location.
Do it.
Alright. And he'll pull out the map.
All right.
Forgive my lack of composure in this next part. And
Very well.
pops open potion number 2. Down the hatch.
All right.
Very unpleasant.
And the blood drips down onto the map, coalesces into a single droplet, and then begins to swirl around it. And then splits into several different locations. And then comes back and swirls around it.
Right? I have a feeling this could be.
So he's everywhere and nowhere.
That is roughly the nature of this particular individual. Yes.
I think there's something we can try. Come with me. And he leads you out of this place.
Oh.
Meanwhile, back in Golden Fields. Norbog, you have acquired this new staff, and you've been sent off to your first introductories to Druidism. And you're with... You notice immediately when you arrive at the place, a bunch of those individuals, the kobolds and the goblinoids and all different types, the ones that all have daisies painted on their hands, are all studying alongside you. And when they see you arrive, they're in awe of this staff that you're carrying. Oh, can't hear you.
I'm muted.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Norbog. Wow, there's a lot of you. Hi. Yeah, the tree, the kind of creepy talking tree. He just gave me a staff. It's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
How come she gets a staff?
One of the goblins.
I don't know. I've been asking myself that too.
And one of the orcs in this group kind of like takes a seat next to you in the grass as the lesson is unfolding. Hey, I'm Rock Smasher. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you too, Rock Smasher. It's kind of a really cool name.
Ah, thanks. I got it from slave keepers.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's less cool. I'm sorry. Did I mess up?
No, that's fine. Like, I mean, I made it my own. I decided to keep it because maybe I can make that a thing.
Okay, then it's a cool name.
Yeah. I didn't expect to see a bugbear here. That's cool. Are you from the academy as well?
No, I keep hearing about the academy, but I don't. No, I'm from Cormanthor, or at least that's where I lived. I don't really know where I came from before, but Mom took us to Cormanthor.
I've heard stories about Cormanthor. I've never been there because of slavery. But I'd like to go. I hear there aren't any elves in Cormanthor anymore. I kind of got a bad experience.
There's not much of anything in Cormanthor. anymore, really. I mean, there's some elven ruins, but no real elves. Sorry you had a
Oh,
bad
neat.
experience with them.
That's okay. I hear that they're different out here. Where I come from, they really like gems, and my people dug up the gems for them.
Oh, I'm getting the sense of that. But, I'm getting the sense about this place too. I kind of had some bad experiences with humans, but so far, everybody I've met here has been pretty nice. They're not mean. They haven't tried to hurt me. Is that what happens here? They're just nice?
Not here in my experience. I got kind of lucky. My people and I were... It's strange. Where I come from, you're born to break rocks and gather gems. And that's your life until you die. The elders do their best to hide people away to keep them from the hardest labors, and we do the same, but one day, this woman, pink skin, horns, and a tail, bought all of us. And then told us we were free. And then she took us to this place.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we
I
thought
didn't
so
know
too.
people. I didn't know people were like that.
Neither did we.
And you stay here? Can you do magic too?
Oh. A little bit. I mean, I didn't know I had it until I was doing stuff here. And I saw Ogbog working in the field. And he saw me looking at him and asked me if I wanted to come help. And I made a flower bloom with my hands.
That's so cool. That's kind of how I learned too. It just happened.
Oh, that's neat. We could be classmates.
Yeah, I guess I'm staying here. I wasn't sure if they would take me, but everyone's really nice. And yeah, it sounds like you're kind of someone like me, and if someone like you can stay here and be happy, then someone like me can stay here and be happy.
Well, I mean, I used to live in a crack in the earth breaking rocks to harvest gems, so this is an improvement overall. I mean, it's great to be free, and it's cool to see other people like us.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I've never seen so many people. It's nice, but it's so loud sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot to get used to. Hey, do you have like a place to live?
I don't know.
Just staying here?
I think I'm just staying here. Nobody really covered that with me.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of just following where people tell me to go.
Yeah,
It's very overwhelming.
It's a real lax learning environment here. Like, I don't know what's going. But then again, I'm coming from a very isolated experience, so who am I to judge? But if you got when we're done with the lesson, do you want to come meet somebody over at the academy?
Yeah, I mean,
He's really helped a lot of us discover more about ourselves.
Yeah, meeting new people's been going pretty well so far, and I keep hearing about the academy, and so I guess maybe I should go figure out what everyone's talking about, because there's just a lot that everyone's talking about that I don't really understand, so I should probably start trying to fix that.
Well, I mean, even if you live here, we're kind of neighbors now. So come on over, and I'll introduce you to somebody who helped me find my way.
Okay, that sounds pretty nice.
I think you'll like him. He's a goblin, but he's really smart.
I don't think I've ever met a goblin before.
Oh, well, you'll like him. He's pretty nice.
I've liked everybody I've met so far, so that's good. It's hopeful. No.
That was weird.
Does that happen here? Is that just a thing that happens? What was that?
That's been happening a bit lately. I hope it's not anything strange. But, I mean, apparently there's people at the academy that take care of stuff like this. So, I mean, whatever it is, I'm sure they're on it.
Yeah.
The woman
yeah.
the woman who freed us, like, I've never talked to her too much personally, like one-on-one, but like, she's like a hero. She like goes out into the world and like solves problems and fixes things with her friends. So I'm sure they got this.
Yeah, let the people who know what they're doing take care of it. Yeah, they've got it.
Yeah. That's what I want to be someday. I'll figure it out. An orc hero.
I bet you could. With a name like Rock Smasher, that's a heroic name. You could do it. Tales of the Great Rock Smasher.
Rock Smasher, Master of Plants.
Yes.
It's good to meet you, Norvog.
Good to meet you too.
And Norbog and Rock Smasher begin their first druid lesson. Meanwhile, heading towards the Yawning portal, Gilbetta and Lilith.
Yep.
Do this. So
I'm
ready.
I'm looking at Lilith and I'm like, I really hope. I really, really hope that Durnan is still there.
Who?
Durnan, Lilith, try to keep up. Come on. Come on.
Just,
You got this. We're going to be okay.
do you ever sometimes just want to pretend like you know what's going on?
Sharp literally says this to you, by the way. It's like, Durnan, Lilith, come on, we got this.
Is he important?
He's who we spoke to when we went with Kashano.
That was so long ago.
I know.
I met so many people.
I know.
We got a busy life.
This is why I have a notebook.
So you walk into the Yawning portal, and Durnan is there.
Okay. I'll walk up to him and just like Durnan.
Gilbetta? You look a little different.
It's been a while. We don't need
Yeah.
to focus on that too much.
You upgraded to a trident, huh?
Yep. Figured I would
I mean,
lean into it.
the whole
Yeah.
you got kind of a sea warrior theme going. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Figured I would try it out
So-
for a while and see what happens.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I assume you know the news of what happened a while back. Our mutual friend.
You're gonna have to be more specific. A lot happens in this town.
And I know. Okay, Pin would have known, so I think I would know how Kashano died here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The quick Kashano.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I
That
know
was real
that's not
sad.
how you knew him originally, but
No, but he took the name. I respect it.
Mm.
He was a good kid.
I kind of liked the old name though. But it's fine. Whatever.
So, you here to reminisce? Raise a glass? What's
Well, we can certainly do that,
I'll take
but
a glass.
more so.
like from the back? Wine? Wine?
We can do that for sure, but
Of course.
I'm mostly here for some information that maybe you'll have, maybe not.
Okay.
Is there somewhere we can speak? That's maybe that room we spoke in all that time ago.
You guys want the private booth?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to the private booth. And he takes you guys to a curtained off area. Okay. What can I do for?
Well, we were just attacked, and we have reason to believe that it came from someone having connection with the Zentarum. But
The Zentarum
under the impression that
dead, Gilbetta.
that's what I thought. Is there anyone that has taken their place in their stead?
I don't think so.
Have it on good authority that they may be stationed out of the Crate and Barrel.
That old front?
Mm-hmm.
You sure about this?
Yes. I trust my source infinitely.
It was me. I'm the source, by the way.
All right, that's fine. Just throw that out there.
We're engaged.
Sometimes you're nothing like your brother. Sometimes you're just like him. Anyway.
Well,
Yep.
if somebody is making a play for the Zentarum, they'd have to have started at Zental Keep.
I can tell you this. Making a play for seems to be past tense. They have a black card.
Really?
Yes. It is how they attacked us.
Now, word around town was that anybody who was a member of the Avalon Knights couldn't get harmed by a member of the Zentarum. One of their deals.
Yes. That was an old deal, which is either, based on what just happened, either no longer on the table, or it's not actually the Zentarum.
Well, whoever these new players are, they're pretty good at keeping a low profile. I haven't really heard anything. But
Yes. This concerns me.
if I were you, I'd ask around the Undercity, and barring that, I'd check in on Zental Keep. I had a couple of fresh Zentarum a couple weeks back. Settled in here. And they got rid of all their Zentarum gear. Kind of looked like they were trying to start over.
I don't.
Had the look of rats getting off of a sinking ship.
That's so dastardly. Just that's something like he would have done. Because technically, if they rebrand and they're not the Zentarum anymore, then they're not bound to the contract.
Theoretically.
So that may be what they've done.
Could have been. Also heard news through the grapevine. Somebody waged war on the Zentarum. I mean, it wasn't Xellos. Somebody else.
Who else would have the the capacity even to do that?
Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I want to know.
It wasn't us. We don't have the. We were fine with the contract staying the way it was.
Yeah.
Kept
Well, I
us
imagine
safe.
you were. It was a hell of a contract. It was the best deal that kid ever signed.
No. I was still very upset when I found out about it. But it ended up sort of working out. But again, if they've
Well,
rebranded...
Yeah.
the
Well, let's just
contract is
hope they
null and void.
rebranded. And that this whole takeover stuff is just rumors.
Do you have rumors on... So I assume you don't know who it was that would have attacked them.
Not a clue. Whoever they are, they must be good. Not a lot happens in town without some story coming through here.
Yeah.
If I haven't
That's
heard
why
any stories about them, they're either magically wiping memories or they're professionals.
I don't like either of those options.
Yeah, me neither.
So Zintel Keep, where is Zintel Keep exactly?
Other side of the desert. Over on the shores of the Sea of Stars.
Oh, goodness, I don't wish to go back there. It's never fun going home after 200 years away, is it?
Tell me about it.
The other option is, of course, right downstairs, but horrifying
Go
in
ahead
so
and
many
check
other
out
ways.
Yeah. But, come on, you guys are big adventurers. Nobody's going to mess with you guys.
Yes. I think, goodness. Alright, well.
Anyways, I gotta go
I
10 bar.
suppose.
Wish I could be more
Of
helpful.
course. Before you go, and as he's getting up to walk away, she'll take a drink and do a little toast to him, and just to him, so that no one else can hear it. She'll kind of clink a glass with him, and she'll say, "Long live Aoth."
Yes.
And take a drink.
Takes a drink. And he goes back to work and leaves you guys in the booth.
And then she'll sit back down.
Yep, that was a fun little trip.
Yes, I suppose now we have a choice to make.
Well, ladies, where do you want to go? Personally, I'd be just as happy to go start stabbing people over at the Crate and Barrel. But if you want to go gather more information, I'm down.
I'm with Sharp.
Oh, God.
What? It's just quicker.
It's just
Yes.
quicker to destroy everything.
Yes, it's quicker, but A, they have a black card.
Yeah,
We
which will
have
destroy.
We may have just gleamed that this could. I mean, if no one, if he doesn't know anything about them, we have no idea how dangerous they actually could be.
We can take one for hostage when we destroy the home base at Crates and Barrels or whatever.
Why are the women in my life like this?
Oh, come on.
I look at Sharp.
Look. We faced down a literal army of giants.
Wait, what?
These are just people, Gilbetta.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know that. If it wasn't Xellos making the play for them, it could be someone much worse.
Maybe. So let's go to the Undercity then. Let's go look for the bottom rung. Let's turn over some rocks and let's find the worms and see what they have to say.
Or we could also narrow it down too by going to visit Xellos' mansion and make him call up information if there is any.
Oh, he hasn't been there in forever.
If he's what? What do you mean?
He sold it all off.
Where is he?
After that whole thing went down with his fake adventurers, you guys dismantled his operation. He shut everything off, went off the grid.
Yep.
Nobody's even seen him around in forever.
She forgets things sometimes. It's fine. Okay. So to the Undercity, I suppose.
All right. Let's go down. Turn over some rocks.
Yep. And as we're like,
Do you want to be the good cop this time? Or should I be the good cop? What do you think? Should we?
yeah, you got it. Yeah,
All right.
I think
You
that's
think so? All right.
I think it's more effective to both play bad cops.
So
Look, there's a little bit of a personal choice for us, Lilith. But anyways,
yeah, right.
Okay. Just you get a lot of information when you terrify people.
And as we're like going down the thing to the Underdark, I'm like pointing. I'm like, Lilith, see, remember? And I'm like showing her where the groove is for where Kashano's old place was.
Oh, that rickety place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, that does take me back.
This is where we learned. This is where he told us about Ishvala. And it's where we learned about Ember Mist. Because it was scratched on the walls. And she
That
just
was when I
looks
started
at
to
Sharp.
realize how deep in trouble I was hanging out with your group.
It was fine. It turned out fine.
It did.
trouble or fun?
Okay, you got me there, Sharp. Maybe a little bit of
She
both.
certainly did.
Come on, this is all about excitement.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me you haven't. Tell me you had this much fun before this.
You were just playing shows before this.
Oh, yeah, right. That was. Yeah, that was a life.
There's always something exciting going on. I'm telling you.
Truly.
Sometimes too much. Anyway.
So look, we'll go to the Undercity. I'll tell you this,
Yeah.
we'll go to the Undercity.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't figure anything out, we go attack the Crate and Barrel.
Yeah.
I like Plan B. Yes.
Oh,
But
I'm gonna.
hopefully, maybe we'll figure something out that could help us in our assault.
I'm gonna stab a real bad guy for you, just for you.
I know. You've stabbed so many
sweet.
people, darling.
And while this is going on, back
I
at the
should find
academy.
someone while I'm here.
Speaking of, back at the academy, Liana is wandering around. Blacktooth? Blacktooth, where is Blacktooth? I'm looking for someone named Blacktooth. He's supposed to help me. I need help. My sister could be in trouble. I'm Blacktooth. Oh, okay, good. Okay, then. Nice to meet you. I am Leanna. I am Lilith's sister. And you you are supposed to teach me how to fight. Why do you need to fight? Because my sister may be in trouble, and she is going to need my help. The Breaker of Chains is in trouble? Well, she doesn't know it yet, but she could be in trouble. And I need to be ready to assist her. I will help you any way that you require. Excellent, excellent. Oh, you know how to fight, right? Yes, I am trained in the old ways. So, if you came with me and Lilith needed help, we could help her together, right? Yes, that is a good plan. I agree. And we're going to take a break right there.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I will never get tired of Puck talking to himself.
I'm living
Our
that
favorite
DM
thing.
life, yo.
Oh my god.
We'll be back in 15 minutes. Welcome back, adventurers! Well, looks like there's some new alliances forming, some old alliances being called on, and some mysterious alliances yet to discover. But first, Buck, who are we playing with today?
Who? What?
Hmm?
What? Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mercenaries of Mischief. I am a very lucky dungeon master that I get to play with all of these incredible people who all do all kinds of stuff on the internet. And I like to take this moment here to talk about the things that they do on the internets. We're going to start with Lilith because she was playing just before the show. She's doing some spooky stuff. Lilith, tell us about your stuff that you do.
Please keep me company. You don't even have to follow me. Just keep me company, not gonna lie. It's really scary.
Oh God, don't leave.
It's called Visage. I'll throw a link in here if any of you guys are into something spooky, and if you're familiar with PT that got released on the PS4 like years ago. It looks just like that, and it's really spooky. So, if you jump into our Discord, yeah, you'll see me post links when I start to go live. But if you hit that follow button, you're gonna get an immediate notification when I go live. But either way, I need
All right.
If you have your notifications.
I promise to come on the next time if you're not doing it while I'm doing other show stuff.
You swear it. This is live.
I swear. I swear.
You hear
It's
it,
on
folks?
camera now.
Next stream, Puck's gonna be with me.
Gilbetta can tell you I'm a terrible person to bring along for scary things. Speaking of which, Gilbetta, what do you do?
He lies to you, and he just is like, whatever. Hey, it's me. I'm talking about the fact that I played Amnesia, and Puck told me I was halfway through it, 2 hours into an 11-hour game.
Okay.
Thank goodness for Arcady, because she came and saved me. It was great.
Sean abandoned
Anyway,
you. I didn't.
You did. No, you didn't. You're the best.
I was doing a thing.
Anyway, watch Trashman.
Watch
You do stuff
Trashman.
over there.
We're probably going to do 7 days this week.
Probably.
The way things are going.
Also, maybe some of us now have phasmophobia, so maybe that'll happen soon.
We could do that too. We could do Phasmophobia. We could do 7 days. We could do Visage. We could do all kinds of stuff. So check that out on Trash.
Punch our mics.
We could punch our microphone stand. Where everything's going on. I'm a hand talker. It's going everywhere. Norbog, tell us what you do.
Hi guys, I'm Arcady. You can mostly find me over on Twitter, where I'm a cosplayer, and this week I am working on a dress from the book Gideon the Ninth. If you like necromancers in space, you should read Gideon the Ninth. And then follow me as I sew 400 tiny skulls to a dress, because it'll look real cool.
I saw you post some of those tiny skulls today on Twitter.
It's gonna look really good.
There's a lot of them.
It's gonna look really good, and I'm gonna suffer.
It's gonna be incredible. Can't wait to see it.
Yep.
Last but not least, Darius.
I'm Darius. Now you got me pronounced that way. I'm Darius. I'm also Darius. I'm also Kashano. I'm also Rolda. I'm also some other people. Most of what I do is over here, being lots of people and producing these shows. But you know, I dabble in other stuff. I
do things.
Recently started messing around with some cosplay builds of my own. Just started simple. Did a paint job to make a Darius gun. And I promise at some point I'll start streaming that stuff. Maybe when I start doing more interesting things. Arcadia, we still gotta make you those robot ears.
Yes, we do. I've not forgotten.
But I'm also working on some other stuff, which will probably be announced
eventually
later this month.
At some point.
Yeah.
Guys, it's November.
Yeah, no, it's almost been 2 years. It's almost been 2 years. Coming up on it.
When was the official first stream?
Man.
The official first stream was December. It was like the day before my birthday. It was like December 13th or something like that. It was.
Was that the lost first episode? The lost episode 0?
Was that the lost episode?
No, sorry, the lost episode. So it would have been like the week before that.
Okay.
So it would have been like.
Okay, but that was the first one,
okay.
like on record.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That was the first one
Crazy.
on the record. I know, right? What a long,
Also-
crazy trip it's been.
Also, if you've been digging Hero Forge Color, and
Check
you've
that
been,
shit out.
Yes.
if you've been curious about all the ins and outs of Hero
Thank
Forge
you.
Color,
Yes, thank you.
Be
for
sure to check
the
out
reminder on that.
our color review.
Absolutely.
We
Check out our color
comprehensive.
review. We go through everything that is in Hero Forge 2.0. It is comprehensive and detailed and awesome. We had a lot of fun with it yesterday. We were all doing costumes for our characters. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was at work, so I
Yeah.
You were there in spirit.
Did the major Hero Forge review? So anything you want to know, if you want to figure out, are the color minis worth it for you for the money? Is the pro subscription something you need? All the new features. Well, not even all new features. 'Cause honestly, between shooting it and getting it edited, they kept dropping new stuff.
More stuff.
So there's
yeah.
tons of different XL wing options now. There's aliens.
Aliens.
Just aliens.
Yeah, there's aliens, and you can do multiple arms. You can do fewer arms. You can do Lucas with one arm.
Also, for those of you that are fans of the show, you should definitely check it out because there's unboxings in there, so you can see some previously unseen footage of some unboxings.
Yeah, and if you just want to see that part, it's like sectioned out. We
It's
made the
sectioned
video
out.
into chapters.
Yeah.
So there's that.
For your convenience.
And also here's if you want to help out the channel, something you can do is find your favorite episode of Hero Factory and tell a friend about it, or post it up in a Facebook group or a Reddit forum or something. Because
Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, the more views we get on those videos, kind of retroactively, gets us that much more likely to have Hero Forge sponsor
another
season of
season.
that. Something about.
No, it's funny that you mentioned that you are looking into doing your own cosplay stuff, because I've actually been thinking about experimenting with cosplaying, where I dress up as overdue bills and frighten people at their houses.
I got so excited.
Speaking of frightening, to come this Saturday, check out Hearts of Darkness 2
Hearts of Darkness 2 coming down Saturday the 7th. Check that out. We've got returning Joe Cat. We've got returning Dingo Doodles. We got returning Felix, all friends of the show. And they're going to hop into their evil characters. And
our
they're
very
working for
own,
Xellos
that
now.
sometimes forgets to mention,
Oh, yeah.
Noctum Sky.
Now, look, Sky lives here. You should expect to
I
see
know.
him at any given moment.
I was just saying. He was
That
hurt.
said-
Yeah, his feelings hurt. So gonna
Okay.
put him
Well,
in there.
I'll console him personally onto the side. And I'll be like, Sky, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm talking about our guest stars. But anyways.
Also, I forgot to mention this during the break.
what
Don't
else you
forget
got?
that regular Darius is still back at the keep.
Oh, yes, he is.
Just saying.
Oh, yes, he is. So, when last we left our heroes, our council members, they, Lilith and Gilbetta, hang on, here's my recap music. Lilith and Gilbetta have decided to go to the Undercity to go looking for whoever called in this hit on them, along with Sharp. Liana was sent back to the keep and asked to talk to somebody who is infatuated with Lilith in some way, and ask that person to train them should Lilith get into trouble. And that was a scenario that was going to result in both of those people staying exactly where they were and not doing anything. But strangely, it did not work out that way. And it looks like they might be headed to go find them. Meanwhile, Norbog is making friends at school. She's talking to trees. She's getting cool staffs. Norbog's having the best time of everyone here.
Nothing bad could possibly come from this.
Nothing bad ever from this. And last but not least, Darius has found Lord Xellos. And after a tense first meeting, has agreed to help Xellos get Owen Stone back. Now then, let's pick back up with eeny, meeny, miny Darius. Let's pick back up with Darius. Hang on, I got my investigation music. This is my espionage track that I'm gonna play for all of the shit that Darius does now.
Love it.
So, this is some Born Identity shit. Okay, this is
The Darius identity.
the Darius identity. Which one am I? So, Xellos is taking you out of the city.
Mr. Xellos, I'm not sure where you're leading me to, but I'm guessing it has to do with questions of security. I realize you have all of the time in the world, quite literally, but your friend may not, so perhaps we can work more efficiently if we both acknowledge a couple known facts that we share. The first being that I could not kill you, even if I tried. The second being that you could probably kill me whenever you decide to do so. I took a great risk at coming to see you because we both have much to gain.
Yes.
That in mind, perhaps you'd share where we're going.
Darius, how old would you say the world is?
Honestly, I'm not aware of any consensus on that matter. There's a few different schools of thought, but I don't know.
Would you say Would you say that this is the farthest civilization has ever come?
Based on some of my cursory research, perhaps not. And
Definitely
largely based
not.
off of your research. I did take many of your findings after you were captured and interrogated, and was able to build quite a few things. I actually formed in the form of a sort of public service nonprofit, the New Eldritch Research Foundation. Was able to get quite a few secrets handed over voluntarily, and I show him my gun. How it says NERF on the side to further my development.
I'm so proud.
I forgot that I didn't obscure that at all, so I was like, all right, fuck it, we can find something.
I'm so proud. A great deal of my Dungeon Master's prep goes into creating acronyms for things. So, I see. So you are studied up.
To the best of my ability, yes.
My point is that there are things in this world that are left behind. Remnants of the farthest that we've ever come, that was buried once the mortals of this world were shackled once more. But there was a time when we were allowed to use magic in its unbridled form. And we're going to need some of it if we want to find your friend. This should be far enough. And he stops. And he says, Void Caller, we need a gateway. And a gateway opens up in front of you of complete blackness.
Huh. Is it going to be safe for mortals?
I'm sure you'll be fine. I've felt no pain going through.
You and I aren't quite constructed of the same materials.
I assure you I am just as destructible as you are, but I just bounce back.
It's true in my experience.
Now then,
What?
let's go. And you step through, and you travel through this blackness.
Darius just has a
Until
huge
you're-
grin on his face. This is more than he could have possibly hoped for.
You travel through this blackness until you arrive in these ruins. You're not sure where exactly it is.
Are we still in the prime material plane?
We are. We're under the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Interesting. I don't know if we never really discussed the extent of Magitech. Would Darius have any sort of scanners or anything to try to figure things out? Because he's, as far as like, he doesn't have like inbuilt arcane senses. He's an artificer. He runs pretty much on tech.
Yeah. So let's say that you have a scanner. Let's say it's built into your glasses.
Edith, where are we?
As far as where you are, you're somewhere underneath the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Okay.
But if you're scanning for magical energy, Give me an Arcana check with your glasses.
Ew. 9.
It attempts to scan it, and the levels of magical energy in this place are off the charts. One of the lenses actually cracks from the reading.
This is far beyond the power of any artifact we've uncovered yet. How much do you know about the world I come from?
Not enough.
Do you know if this all exists there as well?
It is possible that it does. I would have to ask myself. I only got bits of the memory in fragments.
Whatever it is,
This...
my scanners weren't able to pick it up.
Well, this is a place that is a monument to what happens when desperate men with unbridled magical powers sense that their lives are threatened. When Karsus cast his spell that destroyed the Netherese, it was pandemonium. I remember the day like it was yesterday. The entire world was falling apart. Cities falling from the sky in every direction. And every powerful wizard trying to find a way to cling to their power and to never die.
So the floating cities, they're not just a myth?
No. One attacked Cormanthor not too far back. Collapsed onto it. One of the ways they survived is they sent a whole castle into the Shadowfell. But that was only one method. A number of my colleagues took contracts and became liches. A few others tried to store their magical energy, their essence, into artifacts so they could perhaps live on in the future. And one wizard, who everyone thought was crazy, tried to pierce the veil between worlds and find out if he could escape to another place. This was his home. Of course, before he was able to institute his plan, the weave shattered, and all the magical energy went out of this world. But I took note of where it landed. I thought we might need it someday.
In our world, when Gilbetta destroyed Waterdeep, well, actually, to be more accurate, when things went wrong with the work she had me doing, and we destroyed another section of Waterdeep, parts of it began permanently floating. And it was a sort of magic I was never able to gain control over. How do you know this isn't just going to be more chaos?
Well, then I guess we'll find out together.
All right.
See, the thing about old Star Swirl is nobody ever found him. So either his experiment worked, or he died, and nobody found the body. Let's have a look around.
Let's. I'll pop open
And
Chadwick.
Darius
Chadwick, reconnaissance.
Man, I gotta get a transforming sound and put it on here for Chadwick. Alright. And Chadwick and Darius and Xellos begin exploring these ruins. Norbog.
Yes.
So, after a long day of learning Druidism and learning what it means to speak with the primal forces of nature, you feel you have a slightly better understanding of what your powers are.
Cool. Good, I need that.
But you're still uncertain as to the totality of what you could accomplish with them. It's like, okay, cool, so like plants and animals and stuff. I got that. That's nice. That's and at the end of the class, Rock Smasher comes up to you. He says, "So do you want to come over and I can introduce you to my friend?" And
yeah, that still sounds really nice. Yeah.
we got really good food over there too. There's a guy over there. He's an incredible chef. Oh, but I think he's gone right now. Oh, did she freeze? I think she froze.
Looks like it.
Okay, you're
right,
in your back. And in your back.
Sorry, internet froze. It's been
That's
hiccuping. I heard there's a guy who cooks. He's a really good cook, but he's not there right now.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've had a good cooked meal. I'm not great at it myself, and kind of limited by what you can find in the forest. So, lots of berries and deer.
Well, I mean, we got some of those things too, but come on over and we'll show you. I'll show you around.
Sounds good.
He leads you out of a back entrance to Golden Fields, and after you exit the doors, you can see that there is a small raft attached to a rope system that ferries people back and forth across the river. And at the end of it is this big walled establishment. And he leads you over along with the rest of the class, and once you get to the other side of the river, there's music coming from inside this tavern, and the sign on the front of the tavern says Cookies Crab Shack. He's like, "This is the tavern. They got pretty good food inside. The people who work inside,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to meet them for very long, but there's supposed to be like a vampire that works here, and like 2 half devils."
What? In a tavern?
Yeah.
I've never even been in a tavern before, let alone knew that vampires could work in a tavern.
Oh, you're gonna love it. The vampire's gone right now. I think the cook went to go look for him. But come inside. I'll introduce you to the half devils. And
Okay.
you go inside, and there is a gnome standing on a stool singing to everyone. He's dressed very stylishly. He's got kind of like a nice white suit on. And he's always got like a glass of some dark brown liquor in his hand as he's singing with one hand. And as soon as you walk in, a dire wolf runs up to you.
I get down on his level, obviously. Hello. Are you a good boy or a good girl? Ruffle the ears.
It was like rolling around. Oh, that's
tummy rubs.
Riptide. He's real nice. He
Oh,
loves tummy rubs.
you're a nice boy. Yeah, lots of tummy rubs.
And he sucks it up every last bit. And you hear a young man from there saying, "Rock Smasher, do you need a table for your friend?" "Oh, yeah, please, set me up, William. she's from Golden Fields, and this young man who looks to be about 13 years old, dressed as like a wash boy for a tavern, but he's got red skin and horns and wings. And he eagerly clears a table for you guys, and you're able to go sit down.
Yeah, Norbog is just like swiveling, looking around because there's just people everywhere, and they talk.
It's kind of crazy. It takes some getting used to. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
where I come from, it's only elves and orcs, and the orcs don't get treated so good. But here, there's all kinds of people, and everybody's really nice.
Yeah, I'm used to it just being my mom and me, and the occasional, merchants and travelers, and everyone's so different here.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice place. I really like it.
Yeah, I could see this working out.
And a woman in fairly plain clothes, but again, red skin, horns, big wings and a tail, comes over and drops some stew in front of you guys, big bowls of tasty stew. Says, "I'm sorry, there's not much for really fresh stuff, but Cookie cooked a couple pots of these before he left."
I'm sure it'll be delicious no matter what.
Oh, I'm Melissa, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you, Melissa. I'm Norbog. I'm new with the druids. They've said I could stay.
Oh, how nice! That's a bugbear druid. That's incredible.
I know, who knew?
I wish my dad could see the way things are turning around here. But anyways, I'm not going to bore you with that stuff. Please enjoy your meal.
Thanks.
Lilith's reactions to stuff live is always my favorite part of every show. So you guys are able to sit down, have a nice meal. There's all manner of people moving through this place at all times. And once you're finished up, if you'll allow him, Rock Smasher gives you a tour of the grounds. And he shows you around. He's like, "Oh, and that's the Mage Tower. There's a mechanical man that lives in there. He doesn't."
I froze for a second. I totally missed what you said since
he's
Rock Smasher standing up. Sorry.
Rock Smasher stands up, and if you'll allow him to, he takes you on a tour of the Academy grounds and just kind of like lays everything out for you.
Absolutely.
And he's just walking. He's walking around the court, and he's like, "Oh, and that's the stables. There's dinosaurs in there, and like some Pegasi, and there's one Pegasi in there with a horn that has a foul mouth." And
I love them already.
And that's the Mage Tower. It's full of all kinds of crazy magical stuff. There's a mechanical man that lives in there, and he doesn't talk a whole lot. He mostly stays in there. But there's also this like spindly drow that goes in and out sometimes. He doesn't talk a lot either. And I tried to have a conversation with him once, but he kind of like looked at me wide-eyed and ran away. But I don't think it was because I was an orc, because I've seen him do it to a lot of other people.
There's so much. How do you remember everyone?
Well, I've been living here for a little while now, and I've just kind of gotten to know a lot of people just by staying here. Oh, and that's the main keep fortress. People teach classes in there, and that's where all the heroes meet up.
Wow.
Oh, and that statue outside,
Mhm.
that's Kashano.
Okay.
He
Who's
used to
Kashano?
be. He used to be a hero here, but he died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I never got to know him, but I mean, maybe one day they'll put a statue of me out here.
Well,
I mean,
wouldn't
hopefully I won't die, but like,
right? Wouldn't
that'd
that
be
mean you'd
kinda
have to
neat.
die first?
well, I mean, hopefully like of old age after like a
Okay.
long, successful career of adventuring, right?
Okay.
And then they put
Yeah,
a
we can
statue
work
up of
with that.
me.
Okay.
But I just think it's kind of cool. And that's the blacksmith, the workshop. There's a training hall where you can practice your moves. And there's also a garden, and then there's all the housing and everything. I got a little place in the underground portions. It's weird, but I feel better there, you know? I guess it's just
You know,
what I'm used to.
That makes sense. It's nice to know there's a garden nearby and the trees of the golden fields are nice. I don't think I'd feel comfortable in a city. It's empty, but loud.
Yeah. Right? It's still weird for me. I've never really lived in civilization. Some of my other people took up huts and houses outside. You can see there's a small village over there that's been set up. But me, I guess it's the old mines, but I always just feel safer underground. But
Makes sense.
come on, I want to introduce you to my friend.
Yeah, okay.
And he takes you over to a small house. And as soon as he walks over there, a goblin with a pair of glasses, clipboard in hand, his hair all done up to the back, steps out. And says, "Oh, Rock Smasher, it is good to see you. Who's your friend?" "Oh, Wormspit, this is Norbog. She's the first bugbear druid at Golden Fields."
Hi.
"It's a pleasure to meet you, Norbog. It brings my heart such joy to see another goblinoid take on druidism. And a bugbear, no less. You are a symbol of progress."
Oh, that's a lot of responsibility.
My apologies. I don't mean to put any additional stress on you. I'm simply my heart is filled with such gladness to see how far you have come.
That's
It is
better.
a new age for all of our people. And I am just glad to see that this is happening finally. Oh, I have dreamed of this day for so long. But you, I'm sorry, I'm being rude. Please come inside. Let's sit down and have some tea. I wish to discuss your past and where you've come from. If that is all right with you,
okay.
of course.
Yeah, it's not terribly interesting, but yeah, it would be nice to make another friend.
Oh, absolutely. And I would certainly love to be your friend. As our dear friend Rocksmasher told you, I am Wormspit. I am a goblin activist. It is my goal.
Huh?
Well, it's not. That's how I think of myself. It is my goal to ensure that all people like us have a place in this civilized world. That we are treated as equals. And not judged by these preconceptions of who we are.
Do you think that's possible, though?
I believe that it is. Not only that, I believe that those of us who have strayed from this path, who have taken up a life of barbarism and killing, I believe that they can be brought back. And my greatest achievement is right here at the Academy.
Sorry, I froze again.
That's all
last thing I heard was
right.
those of us who've strayed. I don't know why my internet's hiccuping today, but it is.
That's all right. He says, those of us who have strayed and taken up a life of barbarism and killing can be brought back. And I would say that my greatest achievement for that is right here at the academy. It is my friend my friend Ogbog. He's now the guard captain for the entire academy.
That's not quite what I meant, though. I mean, I know we can be good. Can humans, though?
That is something I could discuss with you at length. But it's not a discussion to be had on a doorstep. Please come inside. Let's sit down and have some drinks.
Thank you.
And you guys go into Wormspit's house and sit down and have a chat. Meanwhile, Gilbetta and Lilith. With Sharp, you have arrived in the Undercity.
What's going on down here?
It is dark. There are various. The whole place is just like shady looking people running about on one half, and on the other half is the people who have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
These are the people who, have lost everything and are just trying to survive down here. And the Undercity of Waterdeep has a mixture of both of these. The whole place is rather disheveled. It's goes up in tiers into the rock side of this place. And there is actually a small dock at the bottom that opens up into this massive underground lake with a river that leads out through the caverns of the Underdark. And there are all manner of people coming about here. There's a lot of tieflings, a lot of drow, the kind of people that don't make it so well on the surface of Waterdeep.
Without connections, anyway. So Joelle's kind of like, oh, this is always much more Quick's territory. Darling, do you know where the best place to get information is going to be?
Oh, I think I know a guy.
Right, I'm not going to ask questions about that just yet. Yeah, sure, let's go.
All right. So she takes you through the streets of this place. It's a rather grim scene. It's not good. The people who are surviving down here are barely surviving. It's kind of rough all over. You get the impression that this is the kind of place where the people who have small amounts of power take advantage of those who have none.
We should bring them back to the academy. This place is so dreary.
It's kind of always
Lilith, this is an entire city's worth of people. I don't know if we could support them.
Yeah. Not without some rebuilding and additional infrastructure.
We'd have to expand.
I mean,
there's our mark.
Expansion. Never a bad. Okay.
And she points down an alleyway. And there is a blue-skinned tiefling throwing dice with a bunch of other guys.
All right. How do you know this person?
He's an informant. Kind of a slime ball.
Okay. All right. Well,
He's an
let's
information
go, I
broker.
guess. All right, well, let's see what he's got.
All right. And she starts walking down the alley, and she quickly kind of reaches into her clothes and pulls out one of her daggers and taps it along the brickwork on one of the side buildings. And you see this blue-skinned tiefling kind of like go wide-eyed and stand up. Well, game's over, guys.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Dang, Sharp. Okay, like I knew she was. All right.
Scaldy. Scaldy, my friend. Shop, please. I don't want anything to do with this. Whatever you're looking for, I don't know. All right, I don't want anything to do with any of this. All right, and he's just kind of panicking. The other guys have just run off.
Good. Gilbetta will pull her trident out and be like, "Why, we haven't even asked the question."
Whatever it is, I don't know a thing. I've been living in a cave with my eyes closed. Nothing. That's what I know. And Sharp kind of gently puts him up against the wall. Says, now, you at least have to listen to what we have to say, Scaldy. And besides, look, Scaldy. This is Lilith. How's it going, ma'am? Lilith is very high up in the infernal hierarchy. And Sharp kind of turns and like gives you a wink.
Lilith isn't so hot with. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't react, but it's like a tiefling getting mistreated.
Nothing has happened to him. Nothing has happened.
Basically, you're threatening him, and Lilith's just like, do we have to do it like this kind of thing? Is her face is just like, anyways, but go on.
Well, Sharp is winking at you and being like, "Yeah, she's really high up in the infernal hierarchy. You don't want to upset her, do you?"
Lilith is gonna just say in infernal, like, best be quick to just answer our questions so we can leave you alone. Please.
Okay. What do you want to know? Please tell me, and I'll tell you that I don't know it, and that's it. Well, ask him the questions.
The Zentarum.
Oh, I definitely don't know. I know. No. Nah. Me know nothing. This. No.
I don't have all day.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Well, as they were, it's rumored that they've been dismantled, that they are dead.
Super dead.
So I wish to know why we were attacked not long ago by a Zentarum cart.
And you're alive? Sharp,
Yes.
are your friends like big deal or something? She's my
The
fiance,
biggest.
Scaldy. Scaldy, she's my fiance, and this is her friend Lilith, who is a very big deal in the infernal hierarchy. Wink, wink, wink. So you better not upset her. Isn't that right, Lilith?
Honestly. Yeah.
She's very modest about who she is. So again, back to my question.
Okay, so
If-
you were attacked by my condolences, really. That's terrible. And I'm so sorry for the things that happened
Just
to
think,
you.
if I can live through an attack from them, what I could probably do to you.
Oh,
I need you to tell me the
no.
truth.
Okay. All right. Do you have like what do you know for spells? I need some spells.
I have a range of them.
Do you have
I
any
don't.
spells? It's just that's you're not really selling me on this whole like high up on the infernal hierarchy thing. But
I can hit really fucking hard. That's my spell list right now.
okay, don't need to bring that up.
So
But,
what are you? What?
How about silence? Do you have a zone of silence?
Of course I do.
Put it up.
Where?
Here.
What? Then we can't talk to each other. What are you?
Yeah, and nobody can hear us.
They're writing it down.
We still can't hear you in the zone.
Right.
Look, I ain't saying anything until a zone of silence comes up.
All right, I'll cast a zone of silence, I guess.
All right. And he continues talking and waving his hands. And then you guys hear in all of your heads.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm using Awakened Mind now. You guys can hear me, right? Just nod. Okay. I'm going to keep look like I'm talking to you guys in the zone of silence so that everybody thinks that we're using some kind of trick. And I'm telling you off. So after I tell you what I got to say, I'm going to need you to hit me. Because otherwise I'll be dead in a week. All right?
Okay, done.
So here's what's going down. A couple weeks back after the Zentarum fell, some new dude showed up on the scene. Nobody's even seen the guy. He started taking out Zentarum heads left and right. Looked like he was doing a takeover. Weird thing was, I've met 12 different people that say they killed him already.
Who is it?
I don't know. I haven't got a name. But I got a location. You can go there and check him out.
Please tell me it's not the Zentel Keep.
It's not the Zentel Keep. It's down here in the Undercity. It's a big warehouse near the dock.
All right.
Word is he's been operating something out of there. He's moving stuff through the Underdark. I don't know where it's going. But he's hiring up people. Not the usual people that we normally get for the Zentarum. These aren't highly trained assassins. At least they're not when they go in. But when these guys come out, they're like super soldiers. I don't know what it is. That's all I got to tell you.
Okay. Couple things. Do you know anything about why they're stationed at the Crate and Barrel?
No idea.
Okay.
All I know is they've been repurposing old fronts all over the city.
And this is all within the past couple of weeks?
It's been going on for a while, ever since the Zents fell.
And the assassins, you say, as they come out, are they lucid? Or do they seem to not remember? Do they seem different than they were before?
They're stone cold.
I think I know who's behind that. You heard of something called a coin of opportunity?
Is it gold? Because I'll take it anyway.
It's not quite that type of currency.
Oh. Wow.
Let's just say that there's someone that has the ability to turn people into whatever he needs them to be and then turn that ability off with a single word.
Well, that's terrifying. And I'm glad I don't know more about it. So that's your warehouse, and that's what you
I want
need.
to do an insight check just to see it if that. All I want to know if he's lying about is if that's. I want to know if he's been mostly truthful and if he's lying about the fact that he knows anything else.
Okay.
And that's a 15.
You feel like he's being mostly truthful with you. It's like, okay,
Probably
when
about
this
the best.
drops, I need you to hit me. And then I'm going to do Flaming Rebuke. And then I'm going to disappear in the flames. All right?
All right.
And then you act like you got to sell it. Okay? You don't sell it, I'm dead.
Lilith, I need you, when we hit him, to press to digitate. Basically give him a black eye.
Yeah, that would work.
Not-
2 years ago.
Not.
I can't do that. It's really hard.
She's
I've
kind
been-
of like
well-
a tiefling Cuisinart. Like she cuts up
Well-
things really good.
Look, you were
I've been
also-
at war for 2 years. All I had time for was killing, not
Well,
cleaning.
you need to hit him. You need to be the one to hit him.
What, me?
Honey,
No,
I'll spice it up
why?
with a minor illusion.
You need to be the one to hit him, because if he's going to Hellish Rebuke, you're the one that can withstand that the easiest, and you're probably the one that can hit the hardest out of all three of us. So you need to hit him.
That's not.
Okay, just the fists, please, not the sword.
Yeah. No, I'm clearly.
Okay, I'm just making it clear.
He consents. It's fine.
Right. Okay.
Do we have your
okay.
consent to punch you in the face?
Yes, please. If
Yeah,
you
great,
don't, I'm
there.
gonna die. I wish you would.
Exactly.
Okay. What do you want me to roll? Person?
I want you to do an unarmed strike.
Oh, that's a thing too. I forgot. Hold on. Actions. There it is. I was looking at like abilities. I didn't think it was. I forgot it.
He's like,
Did it go through?
yeah,
sweet.
3
Very,
bludgeoning,
very-
but I didn't get an attack.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, there
Or
was no
was that
attack.
the attack?
Oh,
I got the damage. I need the attack.
Weird.
Okay. Sorry,
There we
Oh,
go.
there it goes.
I'm out of order.
All right. So where do you punch him?
I'll punch him in the gut. There's a lot of meat there. You can take it.
All right. You punch him in the stomach,
Uh-huh.
and he fires off a hellish rebuke.
And I'll drop silence right before she punches him too. That way, all this gets heard.
And there's a flash and an eruption of flames, and he takes off and vanishes after the flash and eruption of flames.
Where the hell did he go? And like, Gilbetta's gonna run, towards the direction that he went.
Oh, you can get him, honey. Chase him down.
I'm gonna chase for
Oh, you pissed her off now, Scaldy.
what would be like an appropriate amount of time before I would feign that I've just lost him?
I guess he got away.
Babe, you're not really selling it. You know,
What are you talking about? My performance is flawless. I got this.
you're flawless, but your performance is, look, whatever. And then she's like, "Damn it!
Damn it!
And
Beans!
she'll go back to where they were. Is the place that he told us about close?
Yeah, it's not far.
Oh
Do
God!
you think we're dealing with this mad problem?
I think it's Kismet. I don't know that he's. I don't know that he's behind everything, but I definitely think that his skills or something very similar to them are being employed.
Did I have any kind of information about Kismet while I was in the Nine Hells, or no?
No.
I was too busy killing. Okay.
You
Great.
had other
Years
concerns.
of just being a
It
murderer.
wasn't something that you wanted research on.
Yeah,
Kismet
makes
was
sense.
Plus-
demon, right?
Plus, the
Devil?
only person who had ties to
demon.
Kismet that you knew is dead already. So it's like
Yeah.
you guys had no reason to dig into it further.
Yeah, it was kind of like all right, well, it's over.
It was a settled matter.
I never ran into him in the Hells. Hey, Kismet, what's up?
You know, capturing souls.
Awesome. Put them in the double side. We need more men.
Great. All right. So let's go to this place, I guess.
All right. So you guys make your way down to this warehouse that Scaldy told you about. Meanwhile, Darius.
I'm searching around for clues.
So you guys have gone around this place, and you've kind of figured out how to activate the various apparati that exist here.
All right.
And through the combined knowledge of both of you, you're able to get this place humming a bit. And by the time that you power this up, the energy that is released that begins to pulsate in this place, it makes your hair stand on end. You can feel it around you.
This is making me nervous because last time I was around this kind of energy, things went very poorly.
Yeah, it's eerily similar.
Yeah. I think I think you're onto something here, Xellos.
Yes. Careful, though. If you pull too hard on the weave, somebody will come
Yeah.
for you.
Yep. Oh, all right. And I think during this time too, I'll be kind of sharing with him information about. I probably didn't bring drawn blueprints for it, just because it would be too much of a liability. If Gilbetta found me with those or whatever. But I'm sharing with them more or less what the machine was that we had Carl in.
All right.
And to the best of my knowledge, how it worked. But obviously, I didn't know 100% how it worked. Otherwise, it wouldn't have broken.
Of course. Ah, I see. You did very well for the information that was available to you. Perhaps you're useful.
Try to be.
Very well.
So perhaps you can share with me what exactly is the plan here and how this is going to help us find the interdimensional warlock.
Do you have any more of that potion?
I have one more, though. Yeah, you know what?
Excellent.
Fuck it. And I'll pull it out because he was ostensibly supposed to have one on him. So if Gilbetta asks about it, but at this point, after the cart and stuff, we're past anyone's perceptions of what's going on mattering.
All right. And he says, drink it when I say so.
Very well.
And once everything is fired up on this machine, there's a number that it's a circular room. And there are a number of power sources around this circle. And in the center, there is this kind of pointed pedestal. And floating above it is a tangle of glass shards. And they're kind of floating somewhat in a sphere at this point. Do not stop looking at it after you drank the potion. This is crucial. It's the only way it's going to work. And he fires it up.
Just in case I die, because I don't think I was supposed to drink all of these so close together. Do you have some way of bringing me back?
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And it fires up. And the glass shards in the ball go to a flat pane. Each one with separated portions of it. The energy rises. Power begins to arc from all sections of this towards the center. And as it all shoots up, he says, now! And as the blood starts to come out of your eyes, it is floating out directly towards these panes of glass, which you can now see on them in each cracked section of glass. Various versions of the world that you know. All manner of versions. And the blood comes out of your eyes and it forms in a sphere in front of it. And then it shoots towards one pane and goes through it and lands on the other side.
Tell me when I can
Now
blink.
we know. Now you can blink.
Where is that? Where are all those places?
They're somewhere else. Another version of this place and others.
We were able to find view into a few worlds. That's how we found this one, but not like that.
Well, now there's a part of you there. We can dial it in.
Huh. Interesting.
So, once we find this Carl, what do we do next?
That's the difficult part. I have reason to believe that he knows where those who were lost, those who were eliminated, ended up. However, he's a little harder to get talking than even you. He's very committed to his job, to say. But he tends to show up in places that are broken, out of sorts.
Well, let's break something. And he messes with some controls for this machine, and he cranks everything up. as the earth begins to shake. You can
It
hear...
was at this point Darius realized you may have made a terrible mistake.
I'm coming for you, Owen. And this place is breaking apart. Cracks begin forming into this bizarre stone structure. The glass shards are oscillating rapidly. Energy is arcing in every direction. Sections of the ceiling come crashing down around you as the earth begins to rumble. It looks as though everything is going to begin to collapse, and in the darkness, you hear a familiar voice say, "Sir, get down." And a figure dives across this room and tackles Xellos, just as a pile of rubble collapses in front of Darius, launching him backwards into a shard of glass. Meanwhile,
It's still there. What? Oh my god.
back at the academy, I think I cut to Norbog exactly when she froze. And she's back.
I know.
Norma
Pretending
we're
going.
different adventure than the rest of us.
I'm going to say that you froze in like an incredible pose that you were just all... But anyways. Norbog, you're having tea with the worm spit, discussing that some humans can be made to accept, and really the core issue and everything is you gain the acceptance from the people that you can, and as it becomes normalized, eventually the rest of the population acclimates. That's the goal that he's working towards. So it's very like slow progress, but that's how he lays everything out for you.
Norbog is skeptical of this because it goes against everything she's been taught, and
And at that point, midway through your guys' conversation, it rumbles. Everything shakes. The small chandelier covered in candles at the top of Wormspit's house shakes and rocks back and forth. And then there's a rapping at the door. Wormspit! Wormspit! And Wormspit rushes to the door and finds that there is a kobold there. She is gray-skinned. And she says, "Wormspit, something has happened to one of our number. He touched something in the cave, and he has a strange infection. None of my healing's working." And Wormspit is out like a shot. And he says, "Norbog, are you familiar with any natural healing methods?"
not really. I know one healing spell.
Hopefully it will be enough. Will you please join me?
Yeah, of course. I'll try anything.
Of course. And he goes with you, and you all go to this massive structure, the keep. The main fortified structure at the center of this place. And you go inside in this big hall, like a castle. The kind of place that you don't think you'd ever be able to go to. You can't help but imagine that at one point, this must be what some of those ruins that you were living around looked like when they were complete. But you go into a small room, and there is this small goblin laid out on a table. And he's got this black goo creeping up his hand and across his arm. It's penetrating his veins. And Wormspit kind of adjusts his glasses and looks at it and be like, "I've never seen anything like this." Do you have any magics that you can try?
Just healing word.
Please, attempt whatever you can.
Okay, I'll attempt healing word. Did that go through? No, not yet.
Not yet.
D&D Beyond, come on. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
This is the one healing spell I know.
So you cast healing word on it, and it retreats a little bit, and then it begins to spread again.
Yeah, it shouldn't do that. It usually doesn't do that.
It's almost like it's alive. And then Norbog,
Yeah.
you hear a familiar squeaking.
Familiar what?
Squeaking.
Squeaking? Okay.
Yes. It's a small group of bats that have made a little home up in the roof.
Okay. I
A
look
small
up and I
group of vampire bats.
wave them down, I guess.
While you're holding the staff, you wave them down. And you can interpret
Nice.
what they're saying as speech.
Ooh, that's different.
What's happening?
He's hurt somehow. There's goo. Do you see it? It's not healing properly.
Oh, that is bad goo.
Mm-hmm.
We should get the goo out.
Yeah, we should. Do you have any ideas?
Oh. My friends and I could suck out the goo.
But you might get hurt. You don't know what it is.
Oh, we won't drink it.
That doesn't matter. You still might get hurt.
Do you not want us to suck out the goo?
I want you to be aware that it might be dangerous, but you have a choice. I won't stop you if you want to, but you might get hurt.
You hold the staff. Is this a good thing to do?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing to do. Norbog actually genuinely says that in that exact tone of voice.
You must tell us if this will do good.
I think it's the only choice we might have. If you're willing to try, I think it might help him.
Then we will
I'm gonna
try.
Kill a bunch of bats.
And they swoop down. And they make tiny bites. And they begin removing the goo. And it begins to retreat a bit. And they're like... spitting it out to the side.
I froze again, because I freeze only when it's my turn.
Yeah, only when I'm doing stuff. So
Sorry.
They're licking it up, and it's retreating back a bit. So they're like and they're spitting out to the side, and it's starting to congeal a little bit in a pile to the side. And eventually, it just retreats fully under this onslaught, and tries to go after some of the bats.
Does someone have a bolt or a container? Stop it!
Okay, the bats are like flying off, like take off in
good.
the air, and this thing retreats and starts moving around the table like a pile of sludge. And
Anything that can stop that? Probably not. No, carry on.
a man made of metal and wood throws a jar over it.
Good. Okay. Good.
Thank you so much for your assistance.
It
We will
was-
keep him and
It
monitor
was
him as much
hardly
as
me. It
possible.
was mostly the bats. And thank you.
But you spoke to them. I could hear you speaking their language.
Is that hard to do.
Well, no, I've seen other people do it, usually with the help of a spell. But you just did it on your own.
I guess I did.
So, that unfolds. Meanwhile, Gilbetta and Lilith walk up to a warehouse where a figure waits to do battle with them inside. And Darius
Well,
tumbles out
shit.
onto a plain, a field of grass and wheat, shriveled, blackened, and all of it is made of metal.
I guess Lilith and Sharp are gonna get their stabby stabs in after all.
And that's where we're gonna end today.
I'm glad you clarified, because when you said he flew backwards into a shard of glass, I don't know if that meant he went into the glass or the glass went into him.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Now you
That's
only
what
get to
I
play
thought.
one dart.
Mhm.
That would be convenient. I mean, kind of anticlimactic, but
He's just dead. That's it.
it would be kind of fitting to him, though, to just die in a stupid way.
Darius has played
This
his
is what
role.
you get, asshole.
He's just like, well, shit.
This is fine. This dude's like magical and shit. I'm sure he's very sane and rational. I will tear apart every world to get my friend back.
Good work. Solid.
It was way too late to turn
Cool.
back at that point.
It's like, I like the cut of your jib, sir.
It's like, this seems
So that's
fine.
the show. This is fine. This is fine. He only comes around when something's broken. Then I'm gonna break everything. Oh shit! So this goes off. Tune in tomorrow for more of this. I'm knocking my microphone again. Tune in for some Trash Bin on Tuesday. Tune in for the Gothic horror game that we're doing, where I get to. We got jump scares, guys. We got spooky atmosphere. We got jump scares. We got 1800s amputations. It's spooky scary. You're gonna want to join up and watch that on Wednesday nights. And be sure to tune in on the 7th for the return of Hearts of Darkness, which I'm excited for. You can find out what Xellos has been up to with these dudes. Maybe he's got plans, yo. We don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
And if you don't know who the Void Caller is, you should go watch the first one. Figure out.
Check out the thing. Yeah, it's on the YouTubes. All our stuff's on the YouTubes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my incredible cast. Thank you, everybody. Check out all our things, like all the things, subscribe to all the things, follow all the things that we have and that we do. That's the end of my song. Tune in next time. And until then, council dismissed. Stay tuned for the raid.
It wasn't real, no bugbear. The bugbear was a player, had it out for us. We'd been betrayed by someone we could trust. From the den, we heard my grandpa say with a cough, can't wait to dump your bodies in an animal trough.